So last week the Immigration Department really made an important change to how business investment visas are going to be considered going forward. They've essentially, whilst retaining the investment criteria, employment visa under the general employment policy, it appears that what they've done is they've kind of split the visa type into two particular streams. One being what I'll now couch as the entrepreneur visa, and the other being the startup visa. Now the difference between the two, it appears to be such that if you're an entrepreneur, all the existing conditions that prevail for approval are still going to be present in your application. However, what's new to the entrepreneur stream on the business investment visa is the Immigration Department have decided that they're going to offer a little bit more transparency on what's required for approval, and that can be only a good thing, really. So, as we'll see from the second quarter of 2015, the Immigration Department are going to consider applications from entrepreneurs under the business investment visa criteria, but they're going to offer clues, if not downright express advisory, if you will, to the kind of things that will be required for approval. And in this respect, the Immigration Department are going to offer some transparency in relation to business plan, finances, the investment sum, the number of jobs to be created locally, introduction of new technology and skills, and overall the kind of conditions that you would expect to have at play for an approved visa application, but until now has essentially been something of a black box, except to the extent that I've previously published on this and put a certain amount of information out into the public domain as to what was required for approval. But thankfully it seems the Immigration Department have woken up to the fact that it's hard to be an entrepreneur as it is, and then go on and secure immigration status to be able to be in Hong Kong to execute your business plan, and you don't actually know what the Immigration Department have been looking for. So that's a good thing in my view, and I look forward to more information from the Immigration Department as and when it becomes available. The second stream will be for startups. Now, the Immigration Department haven't yet defined what a startup is, but they do appear to have responded positively to representations that have been made that, you know, Hong Kong's economy is changing. We're moving from what has traditionally been sort of an economy based on the industrial era to economy based on connections as a result of new technologies. And the Immigration Department, I think, have understood finally that normally startups don't have all the kind of conditions at play in their business to satisfy the approvability test for the business investment visa, which calls for the applicant to show that they can make a substantial contribution to the economy of Hong Kong. But now, by introducing this so-called startup stream and involving the participation of government-backed incubation type programs, and the Immigration Department named 5 specifically in the information that's been released so far. Individual startups who can qualify for participation in incubated programs from the likes of startups, Start Me Up HK, which is an Invest HK initiative, and also the Cyberport Incubator program. If you're able to satisfy the somewhat stringent due diligence requirements in relation to those programs, then it could well be that the normal lofty investment sums, finances available, creation of local jobs, and all the rest of that good stuff appear to be marginalised, and the Immigration Department appear to be offering the idea that such startups, once they're enrolled in these incubator programs, will receive favourable consideration to their application. So that's a really interesting and important development in the overall business investment visa schema, but it remains to be seen how it's going to play out and what the Immigration Department are going to be looking for in administering those programs. In addition to the changes as regards the entrepreneur stream and the startup stream, entry visas will be liberalised in so much as, again, instead of it being a 1, 2, 3-year pattern of extension, it's now going to be a 2 + 3 + 3 year pattern. So all good on every front. So that's where we are with the business investment visa criteria as a result of CY Leung's 2015 policy address, and I look forward to sharing more information with you as and when it becomes available, and of course when the programs get implemented and we have a clear understanding of how these new programs, or these enhanced measures at least, are going to be implemented in fact.